Hi, everybody. Look who's here, and I'm there.
Oh, it's good to be here
Uh,
with you, Terry.
oh, thanks for coming on.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course.
So, everybody knows who this is. This is Aley from Heart and Soul Connected. And Aley, you have everybody on your show, and you are like the hostess with the mostest. So I
Well,
wanted
you're
you to
doing
come
you're
over.
a good backup. You're a good backup singer there. So you do the
Oh,
same thing.
I'm more the dancer, if you really want to
You're
know.
more the dancer. As long as you don't have the cane that pulls you off the stage, right?
Oh, the
You don't
hook,
want that by
yeah,
your neck. Yeah. Thank you,
yeah.
Annie. You're a sweetheart. Yes,
Oh,
we're going to be together today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Sunday. So
yep,
we like each other, I think. Yeah.
we do. We're working it.
You're working it. That's right.
Oh, Annie. And he says we both hold space beautifully.
Isn't
That's
that
so
nice?
sweet.
That is nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Thank you,
is
dear.
sweet.
Hmm.
Hi, everybody. Wiki, Jill, Lauren, Fatima. Hi, Tanji, Parrot White.
Hmm.
Foxy Roxy's here too. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a lot of people.
Yeah,
Sonia,
I know. We got
Carol.
Jessica. We got Sonia, Carol Butts, Rossi, Nancy. Wow, you guys. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, really. This is
That's
awesome.
great. Akila's here.
Hi,
Um,
Akila.
Bemiddip. Bemiddip.
I
I
like that.
create love. I create love. Hi,
Oh,
Wiki. Hi, Jill. It's good to see you all. Yeah,
yeah. Good to see everybody.
absolutely.
So yeah, I thought we'd do a little interview with our
Okay.
interviewer. It's like having Oprah on.
Oh God. You
We
know though,
interview
Oprah is doing
everybody.
something big for Maui. She is, and she's even on the ground there helping people. So, you know, she
That's
never she never stops giving. So
that's
it's
awesome.
wonderful.
And everybody, I was on with Betsy. She lives on Maui today, and she was saying if you want to help, there's a website called MauiNow.com, and it is a local online news thing, and
Mhm.
they are in touch with everybody. Anybody that needs anything, they're taking care. Everybody's taking care of their own there.
Uh-huh.
So, and they
Yep.
said that a lot of um, the places are empty, where people come to stay. That's because it's such a generational community where you live with your grandparents and your grandkids and whatnot, and, three generations living
Oh
together,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
everybody's moving in with each other. Like you'll have, 30
Hmm.
people that move into one house. So they
Wow.
are really taking care of each other.
That's really good. It's you see that here. Well, actually, in Houston, I remember a lot of my students would say they live in the upstairs part, like their grandfather runs the bodega, and everybody's up there, and they live that way for like 5 or 6 years and save money, and then they go buy a big house. So,
Yeah, it's
uh,
brilliant.
maybe that will be something for these folks. I
Yeah,
think they're just so happy to be alive. There's so many
I
of them
think
didn't
so
make it.
too.
Yeah,
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 so scary.
it is.
So, anyway, so let's get to about you, Allie. And
Well,
Allie, I think everybody knows Allie. She does lots of different shows, but also you do a lot of interviewing, and you're also a college professor
for now, yes.
for now, currently.
25 years. It's been, that's, well, next fall will be, I'm sorry, next fall would have been 25. I'm going to try to retire by June or July. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Wow.
hope. Mm.
That's a long time. That's awesome.
It is because before that, I had 30 years as a tax preparer. And some of that overlapped with being a college professor. I always have 4 or 5 jobs going, always. Last 20
Wow.
years. Yeah.
So do you always have this kind of energy where you've got all the side gigs and everything, or are you just
I have more now because I can control it from home. When I was driving to this one, then that one, then that one, then this one, the only thing that got me really kept me motivated was that we were so poor at some point. I said I'd never let that happen again. And so my father would have called it the New England work ethic. You just don't stop. You just keep going. Yeah. Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, yes, Wiki, I do. I still do my own taxes. I do my sons, my daughters. I was doing students' taxes for a while. But yeah, the simple ones. So, yeah.
Man. Yeah, Wayne says Aley is on YouTube thousands of times a day.
Every time Wayne comes in, oh my God, it's her again.
Oh, she's following you. Another dimension, Wayne.
That's right, Wayne. I'm your conscience.
Well, that was kind of my first question is, what do you feel like is your calling in this lifetime?
Teacher, of course. Yeah, definitely. I was teaching as a 4-year-old. And then when I went into high school, I was in Future Teachers of America. They let me go out and teach 5th grade once a month. And I would do that. And then I went to college, and I wasn't very serious about anything. It was more fun. That's what I was for the most part. But so that's why it took me so long to become a teacher. Then I didn't want to be a teacher. I wanted to be a professor. So I never thought I'd be a professor. I was a C student in undergraduate. So I never thought, I thought I'm not smart enough. But when I went back to school, I got straight A's. So I think it had to do with motivation and age and all that stuff.
Yeah. Foxy Roxy wants to know, Aley, are you a Gemini?
No, I'm a Libra. Yeah, I'm a Libra with a Capricorn rising, which means I like paperwork and I like to work, and I love doing taxes. I love paperwork. I love all that, but I have to do them with a computer. I don't like doing the pencil stuff. But but my husband's a Gemini. So, yeah.
My daughter's a Gemini. I love that. Okay. What does the voice inside you say, and what is her name?
Well, her name is Star. That's always been something that and it says you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want to do. You can, you just have to be determined to do it. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Thanks.
And I like that New England work ethic that you were talking about. I'm from Missouri. We have that same Midwestern. Like I started working when I was 14. I lied about my age so I could get a job.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. My first job, I was a switchboard operator at the hospital. And I also had to take in new patient information and get people set up if they came in. My dad worked in X-ray, so it was like everybody knew I was his daughter, but he didn't hire me. I didn't know how to type, and I learned how to type. And then, I'm like, what's her name? Ernestine,
Oh, yeah.
The party to whom I am speaking.
Lily?
Yeah, because I had all this switchboard stuff to do. I don't even know how I did it. Yeah. Yeah.
Gilda Radner, wasn't it? Or was it Lily Tomlin?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was Lily. Yeah.
It was
Lily Tomlin.
Yeah. Oh, Collie, you started working at the A&W at 13, right?
Did you ride the roller skates out there, Kelly? Did you? I love A&W root beer. It was my favorite. Remember, they always used to have the iced glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. We had, that was a big deal for us when we didn't have, my dad had this huge car to fit all 5 of us in the back seat and the baby up front with mom, and no seat belts, no car.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a big deal. We would go to the A&W and get a big 2-gallon glass jug of root beer. And who got to hold it was always the big deal because it was so nice and cold.
Oh, yeah.
Going home. Okay. What messages do you want people to hear? or message?
I think the most important thing that we can do is to empower ourselves, and by empowering ourselves that we can empower others. And so I would say, stand tall in your own power. Don't let anybody take your power away from you, but don't put up with any BS either. There's a lot of people out there that want to take your power. They want to, and unfortunately they do that even more so the older you get. There are a lot of people that try to pull the wool over your eyes. I had a guy come in to do something in my house, and he wanted to sell me something for like $20,000 more or something like that. I'm like, no, I may be old, but I ain't dumb, So I think it's empowerment. And I was never a person, I don't think, that stood in my own power, because I felt as though I should make everybody happy. And you can't make everybody happy. It took me a while to figure that one out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's being an empath. It seems like a lot of empaths, we do that.
Oh yeah. People pleasers. We don't want to make waves or whatever, but and I really still don't. I never go out of my way to be cruel or unkind to somebody. Today, I actually had the best day. I didn't wear my mask. I always wear my mask, but I, for some reason, forgot it. I was in Marshall's, and I had 4 women smile at me, and we laughed about something. And it was like, wow. So, yeah, it made a huge difference. It really did.
That's amazing. Yeah. I haven't been wearing my mask out for a while, and that smile is something special.
It makes a difference. Yeah,
it does. It does. Of course, I also went out with some friends, and one of them has COVID today, so we found out. I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that you that it bypasses you. Have you had a recent booster shot?
Yeah, pretty recent. I think I'm up to date with all of them.
You're probably okay then. I mean,
if I get it. She's having a very mild. Hypnothy says, I love seeing faces, right? Definitely.
Yeah, there was a time we didn't really see them all. So yeah, I agree.
Right. I agree. Hi, Michael. Okay. So what brings you joy?
This really does. All the community. I know it gets a little stale after a while for it to say it, and people are like, yeah, okay, lady, but I really mean it. And there's nothing better in my day than to be interacting and collaborating with somebody and talking to people in the chat or whatever. It's really gotten me through. Well, it got me through the pandemic. It got me through the year after the pandemic, and it's gotten me through my husband's business opening and all those problems we had. If I didn't have this, I don't know. I would have had some mental health issues, I think. I really do. Yeah. Sharing is a big deal. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you're so curious about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one thing that you're more curious about than others, or a line of interest? Because I see you sampling a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big sampler. And that's why I chose the humanities as my and the liberal arts as, they're the same pretty much as my professor stuff. I get intrigued by things. I'm a Diana oil painter, and I, for instance, she got as excited as I did about uncovering a pyramid in Egypt and wanting to see all that stuff. So I really love the historical things, and I love that they tie in with past lives and things like that we really love talking about. So I would say yes on that. I really love the Native American stuff. When I spent time doing that, it really, really made me feel so good. So I think that, it's all about the history of something, but I'm never satisfied. I always have had that happen many times. That's what Linda G read me in Sedona. And she said, lady, take a break. You just, She said, "You're all over the place. You're just so busy." And I said, "Well, I know, but I've always been that way." So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
So tell us about that time when you were working with the indigenous
oh sure,
tribes, or yeah.
yeah. When I was first married to my third husband, we lived in Virginia Beach area, and
Mm.
I didn't care for it. I was a damn Yankee, and everybody was not welcoming for me and my family. And he got transferred to Panama City, Florida, with this because he worked in shipping, and so we went there, and I went into a metaphysical store, and there was a lady in the metaphysical store that was a customer, and she started talking to me, and then I went to another metaphysical store, and she was there, and then it's like this person following me around. She was a crystal reader. And she said, "We're trying to get a group together. Would you be interested in coming and sharing?" And that's where I got invested in dream classes and stuff as well. So I said, "Sure." So we went to her house, and we had probably about 15 to 16 people. We did aura photography. We did everything. We did a medicine wheel. We went to powwows together, and we did all kinds of stuff. And it just was such a nice community. My kids would do everything as well. And one night there was a guy that came in. This really was funny. This guy came in and he wanted to join. And so he sat down and he didn't look very comfortable. And my friend Deborah looks at him and she goes, "You're a policeman." And he's like, "No, I'm not." She said, "Yeah, you're a policeman." And she said, "Who sent you here?" And it
Whoa.
was somebody that thought we were like a cult or something, because and so
Oh.
the guy got so flustered he left. So I think he was like an undercover cop. But it was just these people were all brilliant in their own metaphysical way. And I learned a lot about crystals and stones, and we did a lot of things together. But then my husband got transferred to Houston. So we were only there a year. Yeah. It was
Oh,
sad to leave. Yeah, it was sad.
that is
Mhm.
sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so what is your favorite meal?
Um, Having had bariatric surgery, food became just sustenance and not enjoyable anymore, so to speak, because you can't eat that much of it.
Yeah.
Um, but if I didn't have that, if I could just sit down and eat whatever it is that I would like, I think probably my favorite meal is a what do you call it? My husband makes great cannelloni, and he makes
Oh,
it with turkey meat for me because I don't eat beef, and it's very delicious. He hand does everything. He makes the pasta, he does all that stuff, and then you have garlic bread, and then I
yum.
love tiramisu. Oh, I love
Oh,
tiramisu.
yeah. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Yeah, yeah,
That's one of my
absolutely.
favorites too. I love cannelloni. I haven't had that in forever.
Now you're going to want it. It will be on your mind.
I am so craving it now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were on a desert island and you could pick 3 books.
Oh. Mm. I would read of Human Bondage again. It's by Somerset Maugham, and it's what they call a German Bildungsroman, or it's how people have how a young man lives his life and grows up and is on his own. So it's got that in it. It's got a lot of other things in it, but it's long, it's big, it's thick. So that would be one book I would have to take because it would keep me entertained for a little while anyway. My next one would probably be huh, hmm, it'd have to be something metaphysical. And I'm not sure exactly. It would be either something from Wayne Dyer or something from uh, Dolores Cannon. because I really love Dolores Cannon. So I read most of her books, but I haven't read the ones about the Lightworkers yet, and I want to read that one. Yeah.
Nice.
And then my third one probably would be Search for God by, it's a group that Edgar Cayce started, and it's not necessarily religious, but I used to belong to a group when I lived in Texas, and every Wednesday night we would meet, and it was because that was the Bible group night for everybody else, and we would do Search for God. And honest to God, the lady that had it at her house was always looking out the window to make sure, I mean, surreptitious worry over something silly, but it's pretty good, and it lets you think a lot. Yeah, lets you think a lot. Yeah.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Thomas is saying East of Eden.
That's a great book too. That's a great book.
Yeah.
Oh boy, fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, and corn with a salad and ranch dressing. Yum, Jess. Ooh-wee.
Oh my gosh.
That would be a good one, Mary. Yes. Or first aid for somebody on a desert island. Yeah.
Right. Definitely. Definitely.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. And then finally, how do you want to describe your ideal self?
God. Wow. I guess it's going to be really short. I don't want to make it too long. I think it's being at peace, being at peace, and that doesn't mean dead necessarily, but you know, having peace of mind, having peace of mind. Yeah, total peace of mind.
That. I love that. I think I'm the same. I think I just want to float. I don't want to.
Right. I don't want to worry about bills. I don't want to work. I don't. Yeah. Or what people think. Yeah. Yeah. Just peace of mind.
Yeah. Oh my God, Thomas, you're cracking me up. His ideal self is dark-haired.
My son would say, I'd like to have some hair. So I understand.
Yeah.
There you go, Thomas. There you go.
You kind of have to see Thomas's picture to know how cute that is. That's so sweet.
That's right.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. Does anybody else? Oh, Jeffrey has something.
Oh,
Aley, how does it feel to be interviewed?
It's very nice, actually.
Instead of you doing it.
It's very nice. Terry's the only one that's ever really done this before. She did when I first came on, and she brought me on when we first met each other. She asked me if I'd like to come on, and I said yes, because nobody ever has asked me to do that. Actually, it's very interesting. I don't get asked to go to very many shows. I just don't. And it isn't, and people always say, you're so busy. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not too busy. I can come, just let's work it out, you know? So, yeah.
You know, I was kind of thinking about that the other day, and I was thinking, you're kind of the consummate host. It's like, you know, you go to somebody's party and they have the best parties, and you're like, oh, I can't invite her to my house. My house is like, you know, whatever.
Wow. Really? Because, you know, when I've tried to sell lingerie, Tupperware, have parties for people's birthdays, all those things in person when I was younger, and no one would ever come. Nobody. It was like I'd have all this food laid out, and maybe one of my friends would show up, or the person that I'm at their house was there, and we're like strumming the table. So that's very interesting. That's very interesting. So I'm okay as a consummate internet host. Because people don't have to leave to come over. Maybe that's what it is. Okay.
Well, no, you manifested that. Your consummate hosting. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. Readers are
Mary.
always interesting, isn't it? It's interesting to find out, Foxy.
It is. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Oh, I love that, Mary. That's beautiful.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
You're the networker.
Mary's been with me pretty much from the beginning, and many of these people have been, you know, Hypnicity and Wiki, and some of them for like the last year. So yeah, thank you. You guys are wonderful. And then you know, there was Sherry, who was a subscriber that used to watch all my shows, and Kelly, I mean, so many, and Val Bradshaw, all those people were in the chat when I first started, when people started watching me, and to see them now with their own shows, it's just fabulous. It really, really is.
Yeah.
Thanks,
It is
Roxy.
really fun. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay,
Oh.
Pierrette. Okay. Thanks, Jen.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Foxy Roxy, she is. Okay, everybody. So if you have any personal questions too, we're here to help with that.
Mhm.
Do you want to read on something?
Yeah.
Do you want to read on like a? I keep going to Maui right now. My head.
I get it.
Do we want to read on that, or do we want to let that sit for a little while?
No, you can do whatever you want. I'm
Yeah.
perfectly amenable to it, because I think that I know that you do your meditation every morning, but I think it would be wonderful, before we leave, that we could do another meditation for the Maui people, and not just the people. Not we've got the people that are going in, the rescue workers. We've got the animals. We've got so many that need us and need our energy. So whatever you
Yeah.
want to do is perfectly fine with me. Oh, thank you, Froxy. You're a
I love
sweetheart.
that idea. Yeah.
That's so nice. Thank you, dear.
Yeah, we
Yep.
could do a meditation too.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, so I've been talking about my niece. She's been here for a couple of months staying, and she's a traveling nurse, and she specialized in, they always put her in the ICU during the pandemic.
Oh.
So it was really hard on her, and hard on so many people.
Oh, the nurses and the doctors.
Yeah.
I remember when they had to do all that PPP with garbage bags. Oh my God.
All that, and then plus nobody could understand why they couldn't be in there with their loved ones, and that was so. Not only did they have to go through that, but then they had to kind of deal with a lot of people that didn't understand that and were very fearful, rightly so, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so now all this comes up, and I think so many people around the world. Oh, Mickey's talking about when the first time she went to Maui, right? Yeah, and it's like everybody's attached to it. Everybody's like, that was their favorite place. Maui was just so it's a trauma.
It is. I've been to all the islands. Kauai is my second favorite, but Maui's always where I don't even want to go anywhere else but Maui. I went to the Big Island. I've been to Oahu. Oahu's too busy for me. Maui just fit for my personality.
Yeah. I feel the same. I lived on Maui for a little while.
Oh, wow. Where did you live there?
In Kihei.
You did?
I did.
That's the only place I ever would go. And my daughter they came for my 60th birthday, and they stayed at like some expensive place. And Tim Meadows from Saturday Night Live was sitting out by the pool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
what
fun.
Amazing.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
I agree.
We really loved it, but we had our own business, and they were just starting to go through a recession with Japan and China. It was, really was where they were. So anyway,
quite a different place than Missouri, though.
Yeah. Then we went to Florida. We stayed in Florida for 8 years, and that was fun.
All right.
And then came kids.
Then
family.
Kids.
Kids and family.
Yep.
Okay, Sonia. Right. Let's see what we've got here.
Starseed, are you? All right. I have some cards somewhere.
So you want to know your origins, right? I have the creakiest chair. I'm moving everything around the house.
What that was?
That is my chair.
So I want to say one thing about Starseed and how you can also find out. It's done in your horoscope chart. There's a certain place you can look, and I don't know enough about it to know that but I found out that I am Andromedan. And then I read, there was a whole way you could tell, you read the, what do you call it? The the
nose?
explanation of what they like. Yeah. And it fit. It really did fit. There was, a lot of it there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask Oil Painter if she knows about that, Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig. How are you? Yeah. That's funny. Andromedan. That's what I have been told I am too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of us are Pleiadian and Andromeda. They're in the same star system or something. And so the dog knows. The dog knows. He's trying to tell us. It's the dog star.
He's always coming in with stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
And Sonia, another thing is everybody, like we all reincarnate in different lifetimes as different beings, working with different. Wiki was told she was Octurian, right? Yeah, there's a lot of Octurian, a lot of Lyran energy, a lot of Pleiadians. Andromedans are a little bit rare.
Isn't there Vega? The Vegas.
Yeah,
I think there's another one. Yeah, the Vega.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of it. You go ahead.
I'm just, off the top of my head, and that's all it is. I don't know this for sure, but I'm just sensing that you have a very, very big heart and a very, softness to you from my perspective, Sonia. And so I would say Palladian or maybe blue. Was there a blue something? Blue?
Arcturian.
Oh, Arcturians are blue? Okay.
But, yeah.
Blue
avian.
Oh, somebody said the Majesty Galaxy? Don't know about that one.
Oh, interesting.
I did pull a card here that said you are a storyteller and your intentions are to be the narrator of your life. And this is from a deck called Star Temple Oracle. So, I mean, we're all storytellers, but I do love this because there's stars all around and it is blue. But I wish I could tell you more. I'm not the one, I guess, that hi, Lisa. Oh, blue avian. Thank you, Rossi. Yeah. Do you like birds? Isn't that what an avian is? A bird?
Yeah, the bird. And I got the divine matrix. And Sonia, we work with this when we are working in meditation. So, and Lightworkers, we're all here. So seeing that beautiful orb of light, and then the divine matrix inside it. And if you look into that, those are all the flower of life.
Oh, yeah.
And then the seed of life as it goes in. So it's definitely, and we're all light workers here, but doing that grid work, we're the ones that are bringing in this new transition and bringing forward the change on the planet. And the call went out all across the universe, all across universes, not just our universe. And they're saying there's even more coming in all around that are watching for us. But I get some Lyran energy around you too, because you've got that beautiful kind of majestic energy that kind of flows, like a big upright cat.
There are some people that have never come here before. They've only lived in some other galaxies. And so that's why, you could be more than one thing, let's say, but different lifetimes, of course.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes, Wiki, you're right. There is a place, that's where I found what Arcturian qualities were. So you could go there and take a look at them, and you kind of know because it lays it out what you might or might not carry as a characteristic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. And then we've got
right.
Brett asks, how will 2024 look like for me?
Oh, that's cool, Sonia. Turquoise, gold, and purple aura.
Ooh. That's a really good question, though.
All right, Pirit. So what I get here is that you are going to be working with your passion. It's going to light you on fire. And of course, that's part of your spiritual growth. And you're going to grow exponentially through this passion. And it will bring you power. Look at all the orange and the yellow. Amazing. That's gorgeous. And it's all part of your soul's journey. Oh, my goodness. So, yes. I mean, you're already working on it, but it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, wow. Oh, Lady Sol. Yeah. Cool.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Hi, Kelly.
Dozen Cats is here. Hey, honey. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yep. We were talking Dolores. All right.
Yeah.
That perked everybody up, didn't it?
It did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I get I get happy.
No,
You're gonna be happy. Something is going to make you really happy. There's going to be some changes coming in. You might get a difficult message. I don't know if there's somebody around you that is in transition or like they're losing their job or they're doing something, but things are going to get up. They're going to get to a higher vibration. There'll be some sort of a death. This can be a death of an old life, an old way of life, an ending, sort of a transition. I think we're all headed towards that, but it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a plus. And you might see it as a loss when it first comes in, but in the end, you get the sun. So illumination and joy.
And there's the yellow and the orange energy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Much love, Pierrette.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's going to be some changes. So it's going to be fun. Okay. Then we have Michael. Can I get a message from the spirit end on the situation I am in?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Michael. I pulled three cards, one from 3 different decks. I like to do that sometimes, and usually my guides tell me to do that for a reason. So the first one I get is turn away from any kind of fear that you have regarding this situation, that it won't work out, that something bad might happen, that whatever it is, when you're jumping into something, this person is turning away. They're not necessarily living in it, they're turning away from it. And trust your inner guidance. Your inner guidance is never wrong. And there's somebody there meditating, and look at all the beauty around light. So yeah, your inner guidance is very strong. And it will bring you the creation that you want. Look at the rose, bright rose, red rose. So you are creating now as you go forward. But this creation will be just a beautiful creation for you. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Michael, I heard that song in my head that came in. It was like, let it go, let it go. What was that? Yeah, it was such a beautiful song. And then they said something about springtime. So, and like Aley was saying, let go of any fears or any old things that we're hanging on to. Like we have a bucket and we put everybody else's worries from them and in our bucket and all our worries, and we're carrying, it gets really heavy to carry around. So empty that bucket every day if you can, and just keep what you really need to keep in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pulled some cards, and this one is live and learn.
Oh,
So
that's
the little bunny rabbit, he's like
mm-hmm.
just trying to make something and it keeps falling apart. It says, I am patient with myself and energized by learning. So sometimes we learn more when things fall apart a little bit.
Yep.
And then you get peace and love out of that. I bring peace to the world.
Oh, that's a cute
So
card. Oh
yeah,
my
it's like
goodness.
you kind of find yourself again, right? Sometimes when we let go and say,
Yep.
oh, what the heck, we really do find out who we are. And
Yep.
then Lucky Bunny, just like Aley said, it comes out really good for you. You get the luck, the horseshoe. I create my reality.
He
So
says it's been a long 4 years. Well, I wish you lots of luck and love, Michael.
yeah,
It's
Michael.
hard to go through something for such a long time.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Best of luck. Okay. We have Lisa Keller. Hey, Lisa. I think Lisa just had a birthday.
Oh,
Um,
that's right.
I think that was you, wasn't it, Lisa?
Good, Lisa. So you want to know what starseed you are? Okay, Chrissy, thanks for coming. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thanks everybody for being here. If I'm not, I have seen everybody come in, and I just want you to know that I'm seeing you, and I thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Well, I get the sacred orchard. Look at the beauty of these beautiful beings, and lots of purple. And it says on here, Asterope, co-create. I'm wondering if I'm not, again, I'm not the best when it comes to starseed, so I have to apologize for that because it's not my forte. But I'm seeing still a lot of blue, and I'm still seeing a lot of. I'm thinking maybe Arcturian, and the reason is because of the coloring and the A that comes out here. Yeah. Yep. Thanks,
I got
Jen.
the same thing. I
Did
was
you?
thinking Arcturian. Yeah, I was definitely
Okay.
thinking Arcturian.
Okay.
But I get that, and she kind of looks like an Arcturian to me. With,
She does.
I
Yeah.
mean, she's just so beautiful, and she's got all that beautiful pink energy.
Mm-hmm.
Speak your truth. This is Archangel Gabriel.
Mm.
But then I got this for manifesting. So manifesting miracles, Orion. So
Mm.
so you come in with all this energy from these angels,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then I pulled the Venetian Galactic Council. So
Oh.
it's kind of hard to see these sometimes. Anyway, so you're coming in with all this beautiful light, and I think you've been probably around, but Arcturian is really what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Read several books in the 90s. One of them was We the Arcturians. And then I've read ones on the Pleiadians as well that came out. Barbara Marcianic, I believe it was. And they're fascinating books, even though they're older. But
yeah, we had Vivian Charmou on. She does healing with the Arcturians, and
uh-huh.
she's the Arcturian hybrid.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
Wayne,
those are pretty.
yeah, that's a Star Temple Oracle, Wayne, just so you know. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. An Arcturian, where are they from? Arcturus. Yeah. It's Arcturian, Arcturian. Yeah.
Yeah. They're beautiful. I mean, their energy is just amazing.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right, next. Let's see here. Okay,
Annie Bear.
Fatima.
Annie Bear, I saw Barbara Handclough up in Seattle. I was able to go to her class that she had. It was wonderful. She's from Washington. Sorry. Someone told you you're a light worker. Oh, yes, you are. If you're here, you're a light worker.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Time to eat. All right, Sonia. Have one of those amazing meals. What was not maniconi, cannelloni.
Yes, Ken.
Always get those. Yeah, they're ancient.
Yes, they are.
What is your purpose?
Oh, wow. All right. So once you awaken some of the creative aspects of your mind in the spiritual realm, you will be able to discern for yourself how you want to go about this. But it looks like you're going to be possibly working with past life experience, or you have been working with it, or you may be interested in it. So maybe you could do regressions, or you could do that kind of work. But at the very least, and this I've heard this the other day, and I've never been able to stop saying it. We are here to be of service. All of us, every single one of us. And if that means to smile at somebody in the grocery store, to pick something up somebody dropped, whatever it is, that's what light workers do. They hold the light for everyone that needs it. And so being of service is tantamount to all of our work here on the earth. Just make sure you're not a doormat. You can be of service to people, but you don't want anybody to take advantage of you, because there is a balance. So
Yeah. That's beautiful. So I get soul song, Fatima.
ah,
So you know, singing is vibration, right? And the whole energy is vibration. It's all that the universe is made of that. So knowing your authentic self, your soul song, and sometimes we find that in so many different ways, right? And helping others to find it as well. So then I get soul writing. So and sometimes we come down here with a purpose, and sometimes we have an open contract. So you could be here in this time just holding space for people, holding light. Sometimes the most important thing that we can do is sit on our corner of a block or village, wherever we are, and smile at people, right?
Yep.
Smile when you go to the grocery store. It's the little things. Sometimes it's just all those little tiny things when you're going about. And then I get that you're a great visualizer. So whether that's manifesting or seeing the earth filled with light. So I think that's the most important thing, is the little things.
It is.
Always. Yeah.
Did you ever see, there was how they have good news on sometimes?
Yes.
Very rarely, but there was this man that lived in, I don't know, Illinois or, Midwest. And every morning he would get up and wave to everybody that went by on their way to work. Every single day. He did it for years and years and years. And he got to be very well known. And so they chronicled him on there, but they asked him why he was doing it. And he said, I just am happy, and I want everybody else to be happy. And it's like, wow, now that's light work.
That's
extraordinaire light work. Yeah.
There was this woman in the 80s, and I lived in St. Louis for a short time, and she would walk up down this really busy road, and she would dress up. She would really put an effort into it. Like, she'd have wings on some days, and halos and all sorts of things, and all these different really beautiful outfits. With leggings and, a leotard, but beautiful colors and whatnot. And she'd just do that all day. She'd just wave at people and walk around in rush hour. And I thought, what a wonderful thing to do.
I know.
Yeah. She was just happy.
Yeah. We don't have to be from some exotic planet to do that. That's right, Tangi.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. Mary says, most say that we will feel the hurt we have caused others when we cross, if we ask for forgiveness from source and apologies to person. Do we still experience that hurt when we cross? Oh, I didn't know that was a question. You just pull it up
I
because it's a
think
good question.
so. I think so, because it's like it's like a review of life. We're supposed to have felt all the joy and all the sorrow from the other person. And so, I don't know. What do you think, Terry? I mean, do you think that that's possible, that we could clear that sort of karmic thing
I think we
before we go?
become, well, I think we become aware of it.
True that. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we
Yeah.
don't feel the pain, but we're aware of the pain.
Right. Because it is important to remember for the next life. Yeah.
Yeah. We're aware of it.
Uh-huh.
And then I think, so I'm kind of oblivion of this. I always thought that we went to a healing space after that if we'd done horrible things to someone.
Right.
That at that point, if we were aware that we'd done some things to people that we love or really hurt people so much, that we would go to a healing space and there'd be healers there working with our energy and realigning us or reactivating us or whatever they did.
Yeah.
And now I don't know. I don't know if we need that, if we're pure light, if we need healing, or if we're just healed when we get there. Oh, Craig says enumeration of services of acts rendered. Oh yeah. Okay.
I know that when I've had past life regression, I was on yesterday with a gal that does that. And she was, I knew it when I was in that all-knowing state, that Bardo state between the life and the next life, or whatever you want to call it, that I knew instantaneously what my purpose was from that life. That came out real quick. I never had to I don't remember going through any of that, but they say it's like that life review. It goes so fast that, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? It's like, because people with near-death experiences say that all the time. They're shown things, but it all goes really, really fast. So I'm wondering if that's part and parcel of that healing that we have to go through. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
I pulled this one and it said, love your challenges. And I thought, well, I'm being challenged this evening to talk about star seeds. And so I'm only going to give you what I think. But yeah, I don't know for sure, because I have a lot of people with NDEs could tell you, though. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Dana has a question. Can you tell me what star seed I am or where I am from?
All right.
We're still not very good on that, Dana, but we're going to give it a try.
I'll try.
Thank you for keeping
Not my forte, but yeah. All right.
Bye, Foxy Roxy.
Have a good day. Is there one of them that's very watery?
Yeah. I think is it Sirius, you guys, isn't it?
Sirius?
I think so.
Okay, because I pulled in Emerging into Grace, and it's very watery. So you see that there's it's under the water. So if that's the case, then that would be Syrian. Yeah. The cards can give you a hint sometimes. Oh, thank you, Jess. You're a sweetheart.
Yeah. So I pulled this one. It's relationship attachment. Release your attachment to anyone or anything. Dana, I think that you've from different lifetimes, but I definitely get that watery being with you, but also perhaps some Octurian with all this blue and purple coming in.
Blue.
Could be a Palladian too. So yeah, practice makes perfect. Thanks, Sally. We're gonna keep trying.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, and then we've just got one more.
Okay.
Oh, Foxy Roxy, I think she just left. Doggone it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question.
It's a really interesting question that she asked. Yeah.
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 That's I would think because we go to different places, wouldn't you call it a star seed, like the beginning of your incarnations? Like you started here and then you go there and then you go there. And then I always thought that it was like the first one, but maybe I'm not right. Yeah.
No, I did too. I agree with you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say that when we reincarnate, we may be the starseed of the last life we may have had. So, you say so too, Annie? Okay. Yeah. Oh, Mary's Message to the World is a very good book. That's a very good book. I saw that lady when I was in Texas. Saw a lot of these people back when they really weren't popular people, if you know what I mean. They were just, the things were coming out. Sally has a question. Can you tell me why I was called to Arizona? If that's all right, Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get that.
I don't like to boss people around on their own show.
It's okay. I did see that and I like that.
Okay.
So let's know what she was called to Arizona.
Called to Arizona.
Sally, where are you in Arizona? I mean, you don't have to give me are you
like the Phoenix area or the Tucson area or the Flagstaff area? Yeah, just general.
Yeah, just general.
Oh. Woo! I love this. This is so crazy. So it says it was part of your path and you're on the right path. And so you had to go there and because you had to have a different perspective on those around you and maybe people that have a lot of anger.
Oh,
and you are
fire.
bringing in the peace. Yeah, you're bringing peace and love and tranquility, or you know what I mean? You're bringing in the positive elements because there are people there. We know this anyway. I don't know what area you are in, but there's a lot of angry people everywhere. But this is what you're called to hold the light. You're called to hold the light there. Yeah.
She says Tucson.
Oh, okay.
Tucson area.
I love Tucson. My brother lived there for a while. And it was one of the places I checked out. I wanted to live at. And I found out my Pluto, I think it's my Pluto or my Saturn line crosses Tucson. Not a good place to go. No, unless I want all kinds of problems. Yeah. Oh, you did too, Bella.
Wow.
You guys were called to Tucson.
That's interesting. So they say when there's big transitions happening, that you'll notice that a lot of people are moving out and moving in.
Yeah.
And places are in transition. So, wow. And I think there's a lot of crystalline energy there.
Oh, definitely is. And of course that's where they have the big gem show every year as well.
Yeah.
When my brother lived there, he was in like an RV park, but that was back in early 2000s, so it was a long time ago. But I enjoyed it, and I love to drive down to Tubac. It's like this little art community that's further down.
Oh, my girlfriend was there visiting.
Was she? Yeah.
She brought me back the best pictures. There were really cool things going on. She's an artist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I drove by and there were all these bright royal blue pots outside. And I'm like, let's go in there, because I love them. And when we went there with my brother, and then 2 or 3 years later, I went back because my brother passed and I went to go to his funeral. And we went down to Tubac, and one of the songs that was his favorite song came on the minute I got there, like piping through all the stores. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That sounds amazing. So I'm getting let go of what doesn't serve you, but also look at that beautiful sword and all the energy for doing some working. This is where you're going to blossom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because you're sensitive to the energy there. This is all about sensitivity and blossoming. So you're sensitive to those ley lines and all the crystalline energy because you're a light being and
Uh-huh.
there are other light beings that are coming there. So you're probably going to notice a lot of galactic energy while you're there, and probably from your past. So, oh, you have
And
1.5
if you
acre.
guys have Bella's there, she has several acres, and Sally has several acres. You should be able, if you have anything connected with the stars, you're going to be able to see and do a lot of things there. Because even in Sedona, we were outside and we saw them everywhere. So, yeah. Oh, I bet it was hard the first year. Yeah,
Yeah. The
I bet.
first year I've moved anywhere, it's been really hard.
Except when I moved here. Every other place I ever lived was difficult, but here I hadn't had that problem. So I'm very lucky. It was like I finally found my sweet spot. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you looked it up on the what's it called? Not AstroTurf, but what's it called?
Astrocartography. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that.
Yeah. I did that before I came, and it interesting. It said you're going to live here but work here, and where the best line for it was where my husband works, and we didn't.
Oh.
He's 3 hours north, so. But I've had really. I always followed that. I did that also for. I wanted to either live in the Pacific Northwest or Santa Fe. Those were my two places. And although I did look at Tucson, but it didn't look good. So, yeah, I really feel like I found my place.
Well, that's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
Well,
Mary, if you go to astro.com, you can put in all your information from your astrology, and then go to the travel section and see what it's like to travel to that place. You can pick up a location. It doesn't say moving there necessarily, but it does say traveling. Yeah.
yeah, and there's a bunch of different ones, but some are easier than others, I think, to read. You
Very
know,
much so.
yeah, because I got really confused. I went down that wormhole for a couple of days. I was like, I give up.
Uh-huh. It's a lot of fun to
I'll wait a
do
little
it
while.
anyway, though. Yeah. Wow.
It is. It is
Uh-huh.
really fun. So I don't know about you guys, but I look at the numerology of the address, and then now I'm
Too.
looking at this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh, Hypnicity asks, what was the name? Oh, astro.com. Thanks, Annie.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Aley.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
it is 102.5. Do you want to do a quick meditation, or everybody can come to my channel tomorrow morning? You want to do one, everybody, for
I just actually, we can do a prayer. That would be fine.
that
Just a
would be
prayer
perfect.
for the people. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay.
Oh.
Everybody take a deep breath. Cleansing breath, letting go. Anything that doesn't serve us, feel your body start to relax. Settle into your chair, wherever you're sitting. Now, imagine your light in your heart space, in your solar plexus. See your divine light as it grows. Feeling that light spread throughout your room. And now let's connect to the universal light, our angels, our guides, the archangels and ancestors while we're at it. They're going to come in for protection and strength. Our ancestors come in to help us with everything. And then our spirit animals come in to join us with all the healing. Now we go all around the planet with this light, grow it, till we see Maui, see the pain there, but also see the growth of so many and the love and community. And let's just plaster that with beautiful love and kindness. May they know peace and understanding. Feel a moment of the blue energy of the veil of the Marys as that comes in. And the strength of Durga Ma riding in, the boss lady of the universe and the mother of the universe on her lion. Feeling serenity and strength all around there. And we'll surround that with the gold the heart of Jesus, Buddha consciousness, all around it, serenity, peace, understanding, and hope. Now, being grateful for all that are here, bringing our energy back to right where we're sitting today, seeing how bright our light is and how much it shines even more from being all together and sharing in this. Breathing in and breathing out. And so it is.
So it is. Amen. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you, Aley. Thank you for being
course.
here.
I had a great time. Thank you
You
so
took
much for
over a few
inviting me.
times.
Yeah. I have a show at 7
Oh,
Pacific time with a lady, and she does numerology actually
oh,
for
nice.
birth dates, and she does it for politicians. So if you get a chance and you're still awake, come on over. But otherwise, have a good rest and be seeing Terry and I on the Dream Show
Okay.
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right. Yeah.
Everybody have a great night.
Thank you.
Namaste. Our light
Namaste.
sees your light. Bye bye.